All right, continuing with my theme of getting rid of debt so that you have money to invest in your future. Here are some debt payoff tips you probably haven't heard before. Number one, get rid of your mortgage faster without extra payments. There is a calculator in my description below, but by using a heloc structure, the way that Sam talks about in his video, so when you click on the calculator, there's also a teaching that goes that explains how to use it, which is what I watched. You can pay off your mortgage in a fraction of the time without extra payments, and it's mind-blowing. So get rid of your mortgage faster without extra payments. Why? Because you have then that equity that's in your house, whether when you sell your house to put toward your next house so you don't have a big, long, huge mortgage, or so that you can use that equity for other investments and things like that. So that's the first thing. Number two, now use this kind of equity to create an income stream and chunk down your debt faster and build your net worth. Okay, again, not financial advice. This is what Tiff is doing right now to get rid of her debt quickly, because I hate debt, even though I have what people consider to be good debt. My only debt is my mortgage and then the student loans on my husband's education, which has opened up opportunities, and our children's education, which as a parent, I wanted to be able to give them. But also with my kids, I just want to give this as a sidebar. We told our kids we would give them a maximum amount and they had to cover the rest. And they've worked hard to find their own means through jobs, through scholarship opportunities, financial aid, those kind of things, to cover their own schooling beyond the portion that we agreed to pay. So you don't have to just give a blank check to your kids, even in today's day and age where it can be quite expensive to go to school. We did not dictate where and when and how and what. We simply said, this is the maximum that we'll give and this is how we'll give it. And our kids worked within those parameters to get the education that they wanted. Okay, so like I said, number two, use this kind of equity. So by paying down your mortgage and getting rid of your other debts, I've said in another video, by the end of the year, we will have no debt left at all except for our mortgage and my husband and kids' student loans, which my kids are still in school, so their loans haven't come into repayment yet. My husband's obviously will in January, except for the one that we've already had to pay on because it didn't get picked up in the postponement. But we will only have those. Our mortgage will be gone in about a year and a half or less, leaving only our student loans, which we are then, what I just said, chunking over. Again, that's something on the calculator will make more sense there. I won't take the time here to describe it, but we're chunking over our debt in pieces and using our equity to purchase investment properties to build up our net worth, with the goal of getting ourselves to accredited investor so that we're able to take advantage of other opportunities. Number three, give your credit score a break while you're at it. So by using this HELOC structure that I've talked about, I am able to tap into equity and debt without constantly hitting my credit score. Because, every time there's a credit inquiry, it affects and can bring down your credit score. By getting rid of all of our other debts this year, we've taken our debt to income ratio and greatly reduced it. But we still have the impact by trying, I've said in other videos, I want to acquire 20 doors over the next 3 years. Well, it doesn't mean I want my credit hit 10 or 20 times in the next 3 years. In order to avoid that, I'm using equity to purchase properties. If you have questions about that, I'd be happy to share it. Use that calculator that's in the link, but also put a question down in the comments and I can answer your direct questions. I don't want to anticipate every potential question. Number four, the irresponsible need not apply. So in this HELOC structure that I've talked about, there is the potential to completely, totally, 100% screw up your finances if you are not disciplined. So some people need to realize they do not yet have the discipline to have this level of power. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest. You know who you are. If every time you get access to debt, you use the max, do not look into this structure. It is not for you. I am somebody that can have, let's say, like a $10,000 credit limit and still only use 200 of it, because if I can't write a check, I don't put it on my credit card. That's just how I use my credit cards, to earn points and cash back. That's it. Um, that helps me with traveling and things like that. But I know I'm not good with maintaining my budget when it comes to the grocery store. If I have a credit card, I will go berserk at the grocery store and at Office Max. I have an unhealthy addiction to office supplies. Everyone who knows me will say amen. And so I cannot go into Office Max with a credit card. I have to go with cash and only buy the thing I'm going to buy and then get out. So if you are a person that realizes you cannot be trusted with a credit card, don't go into this heloc structure. You will end up ruining yourself. So if you're not disciplined in that area, don't do it. If you are, this can be the answer you've been waiting for. Number 5, what is the most dangerous form of debt? Put it in your comments below. I feel like this heloc structure can be for undisciplined people. I feel like for most people, the worst is credit cards, especially if you get really good about paying off the balances. They do all kinds of things to try to draw you in. They offer you low interest loans on your credit card. They'll offer you introductory interest rates on your credit card. They'll do all these things. And it's all to get you to take out debt and get a little bit deeper than you can handle so that they can get the higher interest rate. They also like the transaction fee, of course. So what do you think is the worst kind of debt? Share with it in the comments below, and I will have some more updates on what I'm doing and some things that I've learned about in upcoming videos. I'll see you next time.